fostered in my brain even more, especially as a Black woman. I feel like I call my mom every day after this course. On top of crying, so I was like, "First, it's too much."
Me too.
Oftentimes it's like an epiphany. Like my grandfather, not blood related, but he's white, and I question him a lot. And I'm glad I did as I grew up. Like this class, like made me realize like I love that man, but he's still white. And I question him constantly about how he feels about certain things. He never really answers. He's older than me, but all in all, like this class, I just really appreciate it. But I'm glad it was hard and emotionally hard for me because I feel like it fostered a new energy and ideology of what I can do with my research going forward.
During the lockdown phase, what started happening was that people who were living with their parents would start coming to class as a family. So when you had that reaction response, it reminded me of that because when you all were still at home, what would happen the next session, I would just see somebody's mom. Okay. And then it just kept happening to the point where I had classes with people from just all around the world, random people, because I just said, just give them the link, whoever you want to come, just give them the link. Some celebrities even came to a few, and said, okay, how do I know? Okay, fine. But that's really what it should come out. Like you should bring your parents and grandparents to the space. So.
I don't know. My mom in this class was really funny. I have some similar sentiments as everybody else. I lost a lot of sleep, but it's not even something that I'm upset over. It's like I'm almost glad that I lost the sleep.
It was good to see that knowledge.
Yeah, it was so enlightening to read these texts that I've never seen before, and I came into this class thinking that I knew what the root of the Black struggle issue was, and I knew, I didn't know everybody's name. I couldn't give you dates and stuff, but I'm like, you know what? I know us. I know Black people, but I was so wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong and happy to have learned so much more. And really, the biggest impact this has had on me as well is I'm an artist, and so now I'm approaching some of my artworks a little bit differently, because I mainly do portraits, and I'm just taking a step back, trying not just to capture the person, but trying specifically to look at capturing a message from that person, trying to it's hard to put into words, but it's hard to put into words, but I'm trying to make it clear that there's something beyond just the eyes that you see on the
Something
page.
beyond just representation.
Right. And also, when I do leave this class, I also do call my mom. Always. I will talk about.
Call their mother.
Yes.
The one probably should is just not doing it.
So yeah, I enjoyed it.
The only piece of Toni Morrison I had read before this class was The Blue Sky in 6th grade. Yeah, no, crazy. Don't rely on that. It was for summer reading. It was for summer reading. I actually had to, but in taking that at that age, bonkers. But my only favorite reference for her in terms of actually knowing her writing as opposed to knowing a fair girl an actually the institution was that book. And it's a great book. Heavy ass, pressing ass book. So reading Paradise was a really stark departure from that. And that isn't to say that Paradise is some light, eerie story. That's not the case at all. But it's just I like how many different directions Toni can go, and I appreciate the fact that she fostered that conversation because we don't actually talk about her that often in this institution, despite her being so connected to it. So it's just I really, really enjoy it actively having to talk about Toni Morrison.
It's interesting because I've been doing this we're doing a divorce since maybe 17 or 18. And I was like, do we need somebody else now? Is it time to is it time to go with somebody else?
No, there needs to be a course, because when we
Yes.
were reading this,
I need
I was
black feminist
so
literature
lucky.
as a course here right now.
Yeah.
I need it right now.
I was like the add-on, like, I read way later, like, Blue Sky, like, senior year of high school, and that was one of the main reasons I came to Howard, because of Toni Morrison. Even though I wasn't a writing major or anything, I used to love to write also. Hopefully that comes back soon, I'm so stressed. But the other reason I took this course was because of Paradise. Like, I bought the book before I even signed up for this course because I planned on reading it. Like, I just read jazz, I read like street jazz. Oh gosh, it's such a, I love it. It helped me with my breakup, even though it's so violent. It's
So she sees jazz as Paradise.
yes.
And Beloved is happening to read as the end of it. Like, she wrote it as a 3-part trilogy.
Yes.
But it's not like a sequel. So it can be read separately, but she meant them to be considered as part of the same thing.
That's why I was so excited for this course when I read the syllabus and it was on there. That's why I had that big old hardcover. So I just really appreciate that we covered her because her work, one, is so detail oriented, but it provides such surrealistic ideas that helps place you in a new space where you can just think outside of America, like think for yourself.
Her books are in America, but they don't feel like it.
They don't
They
feel
feel
like
their own separate like place.
we have our space now.
Yeah.
Within the books.
Yes. Yes.
I truly appreciate having Paradise as well as Song of Solomon. But I don't even, I don't know, I was even thinking that
I was not a fan of W. Du Bois' autobiography. I really wasn't.
We don't like it like that.
But like I don't know. It's also like I haven't read like I've been forced to read a long nonfiction book in like quite some time too. So I think that's what it was. But ironically, like at the end of class or at the end of the term, I was telling my group we're working on our project. My favorite read has been The Other Side of Terror, like ironically. So it's like, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know, some, like, the course has kind of made me look into a headspace I haven't, like, been to for a while. So, like, I went from reading a book for, like, well, first off, not reading a book, but, you know, then to read a book for, like, the pleasures, and now, like, read a book for, like, just like the thought of it. So it's kind of like crazy because I literally remember coming into the class late being like, what? Like, you know, like reading, and it was like a hard read. And then I was able to kind of get invested in this, like The Other Side of Terror, which is like kind of almost, I feel like more detailed than the other one. And then I was also telling my group also like, I mean, this class kind of made me remember like one of the big reasons why I even wanted to go to Howard actually, because I'm a mechanical engineering major, so a lot of our classes has been like very like I don't really have like a lot of like black teachers, honestly. And then if they do, they don't like, they're not sentimental, you know, at all. Like they're not trying to get like one-on-one with you. And if they are, they're just very like, I came to this country on a hustle, like, you know what I'm saying, get to it. So coming here and then like kind of like kind of enlighten the motivation for like certain tiers of my life that like were my reasons why to come. So it put me in that direction. So thank you.
I feel like this class is a very spiritual space. I think that there's been lots of times and moments, like even last week when Tony K. Lamar had like said something in her reading, it's providing me lots of like confirmation that like I'm in the right place and that I'm doing the right thing. For me, like as an organizer, you know, kind of coming into the campus space, getting involved in different political activity and things like that, like I'm still shaping my politic and understanding like what I believe and what I value. And I think this course allowed me to kind of like really identify with the idea of Black internationalism. Like I feel like I had strains of those thoughts, but I had never never been able to kind of like put them together cohesively, and I feel like that's one of the biggest things that we see throughout the whole semester. So I'm very thankful for that.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to catch this train. Everybody who knows that they're graduating knows that they already have stuff to do, so I'm not gonna say that again. But I'll be back on campus, I won't be back on campus until November. So the best way to find me, we don't have offices anyway. The best way to find me is on email. And I encourage folks who may have questions or may need more time to tell me in advance before something is due, so that we can actually figure out what the best accommodation is. But keep in mind that I have due dates too. So I have to respect several dates, so I can't hold out forever. But I'm willing to help where I can. And also, if you want to send something early for me to look at, I can do that as well. So thank you all. Thank you all for your consistency. Thank you all for the work that you put in. Thank you all for responding to the challenge. If you felt it was a challenge, definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you all, for those who are returning, everybody said tomorrow. Those who are returning, I'll see you all next semester.
No, I'm not gonna lie. There's like two books.
Yes.
Like Paradox. I put that in the whole summarizing, bro. Like, I didn't remember that.